And the sun shines and the sky is blue. At the Etihad Stadium, the chains are off, not a care in the world. It is a rare and precious day when, even for the most forlorn, the most inveterate sporting pessimist, surely nothing can go wrong. The first of what may be three, the third of three Premier League trophy lifts in a row. It's a Palmer. Foden is outside of him. He's found instead Julian Alvarez! Champions! They remain irresistible from first to last. Another silky City goal. City win. And that is the long and the short of it. City win again and again and again. Never mind 3 in a row. The Etihad has now witnessed 16 wins in a row. Perfect on this ground this calendar year, and picture perfect on a weekly, monthly, annual basis. Even without a few of the glitziest stars, City were good enough today. The trophy lift, Rebecca, the trophy lift soon. Here he is, the obsessive genius, the restless schemer, the unrelenting perfectionist. His 11th national title in 14 working seasons as a groundbreaking coach. And then there was him. The points of enormous difference. Would they have been better without Haaland? Really? How ridiculous that sounds now. This year, Jack Grealish became the real deal for the love of the game. Don't you just love that mischievous smile? It's the centre-half who became a full-back and then a midfield maestro. What a repertoire he now has. And remember that goal on half-time against Arsenal last month? That can certainly lay claim to being one of the turning points. Bernardo Silva, 5'8", but a giant. Ball winner, ball user, exceptional energy. Manuel Akanji, the smooth Swiss new boy who functioned from the outset like clockwork. Today's match winner, a world champion, and at the first attempt, a Premier League champion. A phenomenon, record after iconic record. He snapped them all like matchsticks between his fingers. Sometimes when Erling Haaland plays, it's just not fair. Manchester boy, the Stockport Iniesta, starting himself now to acquire a not dissimilar medal haul. Pretty much indispensable. No outfield player has started more Premier League games this year than Rodri. Ruben Dias, 3 City seasons, 3 Premier League titles. He only knows winning. Is there right now a more beautiful footballer on the planet than Kevin De Bruyne? Silky Ilky, captain, conjurer, and perhaps this is his glorious farewell. Those ribbons on the trophy are taking on an air of semi-permanence. They just don't change. This has become a joyous norm, the regal routine of a glorious team for the 3rd successive season. Once more, in 2023, Manchester City are the champions. The best by a distance. An aesthetic joy, an athletic phenomenon, where brutal force meets teasing touch and feel. A beautiful, spirit-lifting cocktail of dash and dare, finesse and flair. The Kings and those who would dethrone them. Arsenal 5 points up, City 2 games in hand. One of them will be crowned 32 days from now, and tonight's winners will be the likeliest. Stones for Haaland, holding off, holding, and finding De Bruyne. Grealish is the extra man. De Bruyne win himself and scored beautifully. So smooth, so certain. He's just a perfect package. It's 1-0 the champions.
Well, this is what
others can. In by De Bruyne, 2-0 City. But the flag is up against John Stones. It's on, it's on. This is going to be a goal. Wait for this, wait for this. Here it comes. Stones scores. And the champions pull away on the cusp of half-time. Here goes Haaland. He's played in Kevin De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne scores with slick simplicity. They look like champions. Why would he not be a champion? And Arsenal look broken. Is there a player on the planet right now with greater mastery over a football than Kevin De Bruyne? He feels it. It is as if it were an extension of him. Jorginho, Leandro Trossard, and thumped in by Holding. And Arsenal take a happy memory out of the night, brief and late though it may be.
well, yeah.
Foden. Holland! As if he wouldn't score. The sharpest edge of all cuts through at the last. His 33rd Premier League goal. He holds the record now, alone, for a 38-game season. The class, the elan, the certainty of champions. And now the champions have it to lose. And so, City, Liverpool once more. For the reigning Kings of England, another juicy joust with their principal modern adversary. From this point on, every moment matters. Gakpo's alongside, it is Diogo Jota. And it's Mo Salah, who rifles Liverpool ahead. Stunned silence in the Etihad. That's İlkay Gundogan. This is Jack Grealish. Alvarez, 1-1. A hot knife through butter. And everyone's bouncing up and down. The big boy himself, on behalf of the man who fills his boots. And that is a smashing goal. Alvarez, oh what a smashing ball, and Mahrez is onto it, and there is De Bruyne! Explosive, immediate! Champions on a charge! Inside the first second half minute, from behind, City lead. Riyad Mahrez, Julian Alvarez, Gundogan! The bouncing Blues! Beware, they are happening. City are happening. Arsenal on the April calendar. Here's De Bruyne. And there's Grealish! A delicious moment, which he proudly embraces. He has been a delight. He is impish, he is fun, he is bang on target. And Manchester City are pulling stylishly away. City so special, so deliciously smooth. What a team. They are the cream in which Liverpool drowned. So who, if anyone, stops Manchester City? You are welcome to the Etihad Stadium, the home of the champions. Manchester City's form for Pep Guardiola is as chillingly intimidating as it has been at any point, you might argue, over the course of their decade of dominance in English football. In by Grealish, Stones is competing, up in the air by Christensen, came down off Rodri, and Stones thundered it in! There is a bolt from the blue! And it took less than 5 minutes for the defending champions further to fortify that defence. Erling Haaland, bang, 2-0! Pretty much irresistible, this guy. And he has now scored in his last 6 games. 13 goals in those 6 games. And Manchester City are beginning here an apparent cruise. De Bruyne, who's running away from Ndidi and rolling it through for Erling Haaland! Too strong, too fast, by every measurement, in every dimension. Just too good for all who try to stay with him. Mr. Incredible.
It's bright.
Foss and Soyuncu are plenty tall enough too. Shooter's up, and it's in by Iheanacho. And Leicester have a marginal interest, courtesy of their former Manchester City centre-forward. The champions back to within 3 points of the very top. Flicked in by Mahrez. Ake! The champions are smiling again. For Nathan Ake, a first Premier League goal for a year and 3 days. Presented back to Bernardo Silva, shifted on for Grealish, rolled up here for Erling Haaland! The hottest shot in the history of the Premier League. 35. Erling Haaland smashes through yet one more historic barrier. And Mahrez delivers. Foden! A brilliant blur! That is special. Wow, that is special. And massively appreciated by Pep Guardiola and all who witnessed it. Manchester City are back on the highest perch, top of the league once more, and rejoicing in the vivacious force and finesse of their formidable number 9 record breaker. Pep is back where he wants to be, a winner, courtesy again of that giant by 3 goals to 0.